Back, apologies. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I think it was maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm sensing something past, present, or future because that's how the stuff comes in. But I'm hearing like this time. I promise I will not let you slip away. But like timing, time is of the essence because I don't know some about even just the Solomon energy with the women that had the child or the son, which son means descendant to me, and the two women fighting over the child, and so the king was going to cut the child in half, and it made me think about split personalities or bipolar energy. It's also making me think 20 years ago or 10 years ago. I'm seeing something like a document of showing a deceased spouse with their wife and children listed, but also the energy of a soulless being, as if someone took one energy along with the fortune that was built between or for inheritance for me and that person. I see it like a black widow succubus energy that took that. It's like a vision of that, like I don't know, it's like a living, I don't know, I'm seeing it. It's like something coming full circle here. It's like almost a realization of, in the text when it says something like the person realized that the one woman took the living child and left the dead one there. So somebody took the child, is I'm seeing or hearing as above, so below. So somebody took the son or whatever. It's almost like maybe replacing it with someone in the likeness of. But then I'm going back to where it's saying we are restored. So I don't know if this person had to, if this is a soul connection within a death or because of a death, or, but it's not like, I don't know, it's like seeing rebirth or something here. It's almost like something always has been in the way of this connection. Just, and then a lot of probably just me being blind or blinded, or almost like portions of something wiped away. But absolutely looking at old images like what's going on here. So again, I am the way shower who holds the light, who walks forth into the world and lights the way. I don't know why I'm seeing manifest destiny or just like an image of that. Maybe even like the Statue of Liberty, like shining a light or holding that light. And that statue is more of a masculine. I mean, to me, it's an androgynous energy, masculine and feminine, or indicates that. I am the outward expression of the great explosion of life. I am the masculine Christ. And I am simply the representation of what lives within every person, each twin flame heart. It must be balanced by the feminine, as I am with my Mary. But it doesn't say Magdalene, but it could be the other Mary, I don't know. But it is even more than this. In the real, we do not distinguish him or from her, but simply exist as the Creator's dance of life. Energy that together expresses the whole. I'm even hearing Jehovah energy. I don't know, maybe that's why. It feels like a battle almost sometimes, or oil and water. Expresses the whole of the divine movement of and life. Mary, on the other hand, as the feminine Christ, nurtures in silence, loves with such a love that the world is changed through her softly in a way that seems invisible, but shakes life in the world to its very core. So this makes me think about the earth's core heating up. On the threshold of the total grace of love, purity that will not be dissuaded. This love is that which never wavers, never stops, won't be denied, and embraces all imperfection. The feminine power is majestic in its commitment to being the never-ending cycle of the mother's arms. While I am made whole and perfect in her, and she in me, in the world we express something needed in the symbols of the world and of human life being reborn. Reborn into the remembrance of what already exists. That pure life that is all things. That through the perception of human minds, the consciousness must be named, and so it shall. The living Christ, the heart of God, is balanced as both masculine and feminine together as one. One great light, the living candle flame, ever fed by the Creator's fuel. I was just about to say adding fuel to the fire. Okay, so it's even making me think about the Fire King, the star ancestors, the Fire Guardian, the Fire King, or the baby that we saw in the, not this volcano that erupted, but the one before. The High Priestess energy, the pearl. All right, where were we at? Let me stop stopping, okay? It is the atomic energy of life expression in the eternal moment, the moment when creation knows itself, when all of love gains full consciousness and understands it is both the encircling love, the silence, and the power of explosive light. It is the movement that together brings life into full expression, the endless joy of the true awareness encompassed by the words, I am. The moment of creation is the birth of I am, the I am that is the hologram of conscious life. The moment of creation is the birth of the whole as two forces of light, the masculine and feminine, for one cannot exist without the other and have consciousness, reproduction, increase, ecstasy, in which the mystery dwells perfectly balanced. I guess that is that. Wow, hold on a second. Look at these cards. Now, I haven't used these yet. But this is, you see, this is how the deck is here. Look on the top here. Oh, look, okay. All right. Number 4, the F voices. Look at her. This was on the top of the deck. This is, I dropped this whole deck of cards on the floor and picked them back up. And this is the only card that was facing upward. So let's go ahead and, no, we're going to remember to do it, okay? I'll just remember to go back to it because I want to finish this. No, I want to look at it now. Excuse me, apologies. Okay, the Emperor. 4 of voices. Yeah, the Emperor. Okay. Keywords: success and structure, leadership, the divine masculine, planning and delivering, building and expanding, an empire, legacy, a business person, a visionary, a provider, the time for strategic thinking. All right. Prompt: bedrock of strategy. She strums her fingers and sends a chorus of Borealis strings out into the sky. A simple joy, but one that she happily gifts the people below. The lights serve as a reminder that there is a symphony of life around them, a bigger plan that is not always evident from every vantage point. She steps onto the solid landscape with all the strength and harmonic leadership that a powerful emperor muse can bestow, sharing her secrets of success with you. Lead confidently, graciously, empower those around you to do their very best work. Be a guardian, a provider, a steward. Revisit how you care and provide for yourself and for others. And then her heart lights up when she sees the happy earthly hues from the people below. The glow of contented dreams warms the top of the mountain. Okay, this is making me think about temperance here. And peace fills the valley below as they realize that they are protected, fostered, and saved. Authority, stability, these things provide control, vision now, and claim your lead. Protect and feed your goal. All right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice a little person here. There's a little person here walking up this path here. Yeah, maybe this is like more like the temperance card, maybe. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and finish reading this. I don't think there's much more. Okay. Perfectly balanced. Okay. Because human consciousness works symbolically. The symbol that Mary, the Magdalene, brings of the feminine Christ is like a star rising for humanity's conscious awakening into balance, into true power. This must encompass both the inclusive embrace as well as the action, the silence, as well as the voice. Without the silence, the voice has no meaning. Without the feminine, the masculine has no foundation. And it's like a fuse that won't stay lit. No matter how hard it tries. So for a man who is open to the spiritual life, to seek to become the fullness of light, and the life is to go forth attempting to light oneself as a flame without the candle to nourish it. It is the balance of the masculine and feminine Christ that gives humanity the true vision of who they are, of what they are, as the Creator's love and life woven together into an expression of life that is true beauty in conscious ed. In this time of the unveiling of the feminine Christ, the heart of the Creator exampled in Mary, we bring back to humanity the tenderness of the great I am that knows life is beautiful as each person, and feeds the soul, supports the life, and gives nourishment to a power eternal that accords creation, accords the source and the love well. The feminine Christ loves completely, loves passionately and fiercely, but with gentleness and unwavering devotion, and holds the light within that supports the great explosion of divine masculine. It gives a foundation in the ocean of life, that eternal embrace that soothes the being and gives it vision of the unlimited nature of love, as endless, impersonal, as tender and powerful. It is a love that can be trusted and relied upon, a love that never wavers, that lifts each person up into the real and accords each being its beauty. So I present the flame that is true light, the white light and gold. This is making me think about the golden apple theory or thing. The masculine and feminine. We also express that in the realms of God, in the endless fullness of the eternal mystery, there is only the awareness of what is whole, of what is perfect, of what is moving in perfect accord, in gentle harmony, an ecstatic expression in the atomic orgasm of love, in every expression of life, in the whole endless love that is our Creator. In the mystery is the experience of everything, the all that is that lies within us, and the in breath and the out breath. It is love dissolving into the whole and then emerging as the glorious whole that knows its dance. And it is glorious and ecstatic because there is no time. The in breath, the out breath are simultaneous, okay? And thus consciousness is circular, an all-inclusive awareness of the living whole, of the Creator living, speaking, loving, celebrating, as us in eternal movement that is all things at once. You can reiterate that words cannot encompass this, but speak the promise that the heart can accord to it all, and that the great passionate flame of God, ecstatic expression, the heart, two flames in one candle, is known to all, and every heart is ready to embrace it. The resonance speaks of the heart's reality and opens up a glorious elevation that raises the heart in a purity of expression, in a perfect moment of waiting for the living word to be expressed through us. So while even the concept of masculine and feminine as related to life on earth are very limited, they yet have their place in leading you to the intuition of what is beyond words, leading you where only the heart dwells, and bringing that resonance in its fullness into your being, into your heart as an expression of the living hologram, moving outward as a twin flame light in service to the world. None of this comes from outside of oneself, but rather is the foundation of the Creator's love pouring forth. This is making me think about the star card or Aquarius. From within, and becoming the nourishment for all human beings in the world. I am becomes a statement of this great resonance of the one life of the endless Creator. When you say I am, the masculine and feminine come together and ignite and become the expression of the Creator's passionate delight in communion with all that is within him/her. Deep within your heart, love remembers that which we gave to the world was this perfect vision. Mary and I together, we spoke continually of the holographic life of the divine masculine and feminine imbalance. Mary stood clothed in the living flame of gold. Each person who saw her was left breathless. Each heart that came in contact accorded both of us as the words come forth as well among humanity. Every heart sang with this resonance that is the song of life. Hearts cracked open everywhere we went. It's making me think about the song, why people like stop and stare when we're together. I don't know if it's Keith Sweat or I can't remember who it is. Lives changed as the goddess love repaired what had been rent by the world's illusion. Yet the human ego quickly rushed in with its own agenda of false power, of power over one another, rather than power that moves from within equally. Thus the tender love that is the feminine Christ and brings to every being their perfection had to be squelched, had to be made wrong, because a person who knows their true worth cannot be manipulated. No one can have power over such a one. Whew. All right, this is the last part, okay? I think that's true. So it's really not about the male or the female that did wrong. It's about that journey to self, that centering self with source. And having that discernment, that sense of discernment. But it depends on what type of trickery you're trying to do, right? Because love is one of them. You can lure someone away with love. I'm just hearing love and war, or the art of war. So that part of life, that brings the flame of truth into heart, soul, mind, and awareness, that wraps each life in a mother's love, fierce and tender, had to be nipped in the bud for the ego's agenda. But the time is here when she returns and calls the world back to wholeness, that the circle of life may once again be whole. Therefore, my beloved reemerges into human consciousness as light, God, goddess, the divine feminine in all her beauty. And instantly each heart will know that this is what they have been missing. They will open to the nectar of the goddess. This is making me think about Venus energy here. The power of the divine as mother, and thus the ego's world will be dismantled. The shining truth will restore to each person their true worth, and the ego structures will have to fall that accord them less. That named any person less than another or less than perfect. I am the living truth of love, raising the candle that shall for a while blaze forth with Mary's image until she has accomplished the healing of every heart, which then can return to the real balance that is the whole. The masculine and feminine as unbroken love, merged together in an eternal dance, glorious, joyful, perfectly expressed on earth as it is in real love. And I was going to say in heaven, but yeah. I feel like I don't know. I'm going to have to read that second portion. It seems like there's some coded message there. It seems like, I don't know. It's a sense of beauty, but then I feel like there's a sense of betrayal. But bonds or bound, like somebody being bound, right? That didn't want to, couldn't face up or didn't want to or whatever. And it's almost like it wasn't you. Like somebody needed an easy way out of something. And maybe, I don't know, maybe past, present, or future. Again, I'm sensing like somebody thought that maybe some kind of material or some other gain would be what someone would want. You know what I'm saying? Or again, maybe it's, instead, or it could be also out of love. Like somebody knew somebody could do something better, because I see a third party situation. Maybe Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene, Mary of Nazarene energy here. All right. I don't know. I'm hearing like no child left behind or something. All right. So we have 22. This is my Sacred Rebels deck. She feels she knows. She's got the peacock feather here. All right. And then like 6 cards fell out. So we're just going to take them all. Listening for the truth. This is giving me Atlantis vibes. Bring it into form. So some type of path. Okay. Collaborative dreaming. This is my twin flame card with this deck. All right. As above, so below too. So again, this is making me think, is this a collaboration? It's making me concerned. Because it's still something to figure out. If someone has just, shock of the new. All right. You know, if somebody just took a different path, or if someone is gone. I guess it doesn't matter, but it does a lot. But again, learning how to not have to have closure, I guess. But the truth, you asked for the truth and you got it, but maybe, I don't know, I have to reevaluate what I'm just read there. All right, the legacy of light. So these are the light bearers, these ancestors of this guiding light. And then it's like, what do we have? Come to life. And we have the black and white checkerboard floor here. And she has her spirit animals, or these animals here with her as she's starting to find herself. I'm hearing like, love me naked. Right? And then we have 40, a sacred fool. Right? Yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys later. Take care.